Great. Good morning, Angela Yee.
Hey, good morning, Evie.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I got to stay in New York. I got to go see Michelle Obama at the Barclays, which was very exciting. You know, I love that.
That's dope.
So shout out to my guy Maurice Dennis for hooking that up for me. What did you do?
I had a bunch of shows, had a bunch of parties. My wife is flying out to Orlando because my son is in Orlando. He's playing football out there. So
party at your house?
No, ain't a party at my house. I got 4 kids there now, so it's daddy daycare like a mother. So
is the pool heated?
The pool is closed. It's cold outside.
But if it's heated, it's fine.
No, we closed the pool.
Is it heated?
Yes, it is heated, but we closed the pool.
Oh my God, you guys are boring.
Yeah, she's a party girl. Is the pool heated? Party! No. We going to sleep. Everybody's going to sleep at 6 o'clock. All kids go to sleep at 6. But up next, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent. Maybe you had a horrible weekend.
Maybe your coworker won't open the pool.
Get out of here, man. Whatever it may be, call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. And don't forget, today on the show, we have 4 lovely ladies joining us. They're authors of the book For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Politics, so we'll be kicking it with them. And also, wham, bitch, I'm a baby. Little Baby will be joining us.
Okay, I was going to say, yes, you are.
No, stop it. All right, so we'll kick it with them, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club. So you better have the same energy.
Yeah. Hello, who's this?
This is Michael. Good morning.
Mike, what up? Get it off your chest.
No, I'm just calling this morning to spread some positivity. So yesterday I got diagnosed with a heart problem. I'm a registered nurse in Manhattan, New York. And you really, really sit back and once you're diagnosed with something, you take life for granted. But upon all this, I have tattooed on me, without music, life would be a mistake, because it's so true, especially with Meek dropping his new album, you know.
What's your album? Oh, you said Meek dropping his album.
Yeah, Meek dropping his album.
I think you said with me dropping my new album.
All this new music in life, like, you know, when you listen to it, people don't understand is you can get through emotion and all the sad stuff in your life just by listening to music every day. You know what I mean? And that, I believe, spreads positivity throughout the world because it gets you through all your hard times.
All right, I love that. Well, thank you for that inspiration.
Thank you for some positivity, man.
You know, shout out to you for being a survivor.
Thank you so much. And I love what I do. I'm a nurse, and I love giving back to others. It's the best thing I can do for the rest of my life. I love it.
Well, we'll pray for you, bro.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good morning.
All righty. You called him a survivor. He just found out yesterday.
He's going to survive.
Okay. Oh, all right. You look at it like that, the positive side.
Yeah, he's going to be a survivor.
Velma!
Hey.
Hey, Velma. Get it off your chest.
Well, it's Thelma with the T. I wanted to spread some positivity this morning. Hey, Angela.
Hey, Thelma.
How you doing?
Good morning. We doing great.
That's good. Well, I wanted to spread positivity this morning. I also want to promote my educational nonprofit organization. Mm-hmm. It's called Opportunity and Excellence. And so it's geared towards healthcare careers and trying to actually just, help everybody start earning some money. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what we're all about right here. Us making sure we're prepared and becoming wealthy for
so you better have the same energy.
Generation.
We want to hear from you.
Right. Can I send a shout out also to my kids, Jaquan? I want to send a shout out to the coaches at Windsor. We got a game tonight, so we doing it up. And I also want to send a shout out to my baby, my ride or die man, Majid Mudir.
Okay. Well, you have a great morning, all right?
Thank you. You too.
All right, Mama. Hello, who's this?
It's Risha.
Hey, Risha. What's up, Mama?
What up, though?
What up, though? Shout out to the D.
What's up, Yeti?
What up, though?
What up, Evie?
What up, though?
I got two things.
What's up?
One, I'm blessed. I want to shout out my daughter, Kaylee. She's 5 years old. I just want to let her know that I love her. I'm recently divorced. I'm happy. I'm in a new relationship. I'm blessed. I'm living.
What I'm talking about.
Work is good. Second thing, I want to get off my chest, right? I just feel like y'all should have a segment for unsigned artists. I know it's a lot of artists called here and they be whack, but that's cool, though. What about the good artists?
We actually used to do that. Remember after the show, we had the cosign, the Breakfast Club cosign for unsigned artists?
We did. There was a lot of trash artists, though.
But
no, we had a lot of good ones on there.
Y'all got to understand, we ain't got 106 in Park no more. Y'all all we got. We need some here. Ain't giving us no love.
You a rapper?
Shout out. Hey, I am a rapper.
All right, let's hear something right now. Go.
Wait, I knew you was going to ask it. I'm over the phone, but I'm going to go. Listen, it's getting so close I can taste it. But I stay grounded, roll up and say life is like a gamble, take a chance, risk it all. I just hope I don't crap out, or life at least just fall. Mom getting older, so my time getting shorter, so I gotta get it now. That's on God, that's on my daughter. Sleepy like Stevie, call me whenever you need me. Come through, we can chill, bet you won't wanna leave me. Catching over, I'm so cold. They fall in love and be so gone. All my exes still hit me up, they can't move on.
Okay.
I'm a red bleed, and I'm so stuck up, I got a nosebleed. And I'm on my grown-ish, planting grown seeds.
Okay.
I'm still the nicest. Wait a minute, it's Risha. Don't forget the priceless.
Okay.
Baby, put her in rotation.
Stay in the building. Make sure you go check out my new project. It just dropped out. Risha is priceless. Risha priceless.
All right, Risha.
Got a new single.
All right.
Playing, yo. You better lose yourself.
All right, Risha. I had to hang up on Risha. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Go with your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Chantel.
Hey,
Hi.
Chantel. What's up, mama?
I'm happy. Like, I always call and I always get put on hold and never get put through, so I'm really excited.
Well, you through today, mama.
Basically, I had wanted to be an OBGYN when I was younger,
Okay.
and then, like, through changes, I became a birth doula, and eventually I'm going to become a midwife.
Oh, that's dope.
Today, I just filed for my LLC, so now I'm going to be an official black-owned small business, and it's just amazing. Like, I've done over 18 births now, and I feel so good. I go by the Womb Sister, so I just wanted to just come out and just share my excitement because I'm really excited, and I just want women all around, all colored women, even if you're Indian, Spanish, you are colored, like, be in charge of your birth, find out your options, and do more for yourself because they're dying out here.
Now, Chantel, where were you 16 years ago? I could have used you 16 years ago.
Well, she's here now, and there's a lot of other women and families that will be able to use her. So shout out to you doing this important work out here.
Thank you, and thank you for even having Glow Maze and on the radio. She's so humble. She reaches out. You know, we actually communicate. She's really humble and sweet.
Dope.
And that was really amazing when y'all had her on the radio, because when I tuned in and I heard her on the radio, I was like, wow, this is really about to change. And, you know, midwives are coming back. Doulas are coming and taking over. So I'm really excited. And I thank you guys for doing what you do.
Thank you,
shout
mama.
out to our girl Latham. When she came up here, she has her book out, and she is Glow Maven. She actually was just doing some yoga with Angela Simmons. We saw that posted on the blogs.
Hello, who's this?
Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. Oh, you sound mad, Stephanie. What's the matter, mama?
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just up. I'm motivated. I'm getting my kids ready for school. Anyways, I called because I want to say I appreciate both of you and Charlamagne. Every day I listen. I love the show. You guys do an awesome job. And I just want to give a shout out to my honey. I am so grateful for everything. My kids, I have a wonderful life right now. And that's why I called.
How old are your kids?
15 and 11.
15 and 11. Okay, all right. Well, that's that age, boy. They start testing you a little bit.
Well, listen, they test me every day, but they're both wonderful kids. They don't fight, nothing. They're good. They're just so good together.
That's
All
great.
right,
Well, you have a great day, mama.
That means you're a great mom, too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're taking your calls 800-585-1051. We're asking, if you give somebody money, do you expect to get it back? This comes from Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart's conversation. Yee, you want to explain it a little bit?
Yes. Apparently 13 years ago, Tiffany Haddish borrowed some money from Kevin Hart, and she has been trying to pay him back. Here's what happened when she finally did pay him back.
What's going on? Wait a minute, now, to make it rain. Hold on now. You ain't got to do it like this. I don't want you to think that I would ever take your money, but that there's interest over years. Now, there's an important lesson to be learned here, okay? Eventually, black people will pay you back. We lose hope on our own. We assume that our own are never going to come around, but they will. You know, this is a 13-year investment.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. When you give people money, do you expect to get it back? Now, for myself, there's only two people in this world that they don't have to give me anything back, and that's my mom and my dad. Everybody else, if I lend you money or you borrow money or you take money, I want my money back.
Well, there's plenty of people that I'm cool with that have borrowed money from me. They have to be like my good friends and haven't paid me back. But I also know if they maybe don't have it like that. Maybe they have kids. They have all kinds of situations going on. And it also depends on the amount of money it is. Like, I've had people borrow $120 from me, I'm thinking of somebody in particular, and never mentioned it again. And we're still friends, but I also feel like things like that is now she can't really ask to borrow money again because that's that.
Yeah, I don't ever expect for people to pay me back. I mean, I've never been paid back, but it's not like I don't expect people to pay me back. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me to do something for you, I just do it. It's not like I'm waiting on that, that favor to be returned.
I think it's great if people ask, can I borrow some money? They should pay you back, or they should at least bring it up again.
Yeah, see, I'm like that. If I'm going to give it to you, as in, here's a gift, that's something different. But other than that, I work pretty hard. I got 5 kids, and I need that money back.
My thing is, man,
college is expensive.
My thing is just return the favor if I ever need it later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Or or even if it's not money, if you're just in a position that you can help me out in some way, hold me down in some way, that's all I look for. But I'm not really. I don't think you should really look for anything when you give to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, you're making the choice to give. They made the choice to ask you, but you're making the choice to give. So you can't just be like, all right, I'm expecting that back.
But it does bother me if you borrow some money and I see you turning up and doing all kinds of things.
Oh,
no,
that bothers me.
I don't dig that.
Just don't give. All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
How are you guys doing?
Can I borrow some money?
So let me tell you, I had a really bad experience with that when I was younger. I was in college, and my friend desperately needed some money. She said she was getting paid in a week. I needed that money to pay for a class, but I gave it to her because she said she would give it back to me in a week. And I didn't hear from her. I kept calling her. I had to pay for my class. Needless to say, I didn't get the money from her. I had to call my mom for the money, and I was really pissed. And I said to my mom, I was like, you know what? I'm never lending people money again. And my mom says, you can't say that because you don't know what people's circumstances are. If you have the money, you have to lend it. Just don't lend money you can't afford to never see
Right,
again.
you needed that money at that point. I'd have been like, I don't have it.
At that point.
But
exactly. So, I kept my mom's advice in my head. If people ask me to borrow money, I never expect to get it back. I only give money that I really don't need. And if I get it back, that's a bonus. It's such a thin line between friendship and money. So don't give it if you really can't afford to give it because it causes issues,
And I think the problem happens when you tell your people you're going to pay them back in a certain amount of time. Just don't put a time limit on it. Don't be like, I'll pay you back in a week. I'll pay you back in a month.
Unless you really, really can. Some people are like, when I get paid next week, I got you.
All right, okay.
But you know what, like she said, I think I got burnt too many times lending money that I just don't lend money anymore. Like, I don't want to chase you around. I don't want to look and see you buying something new or in the club and you owe me money.
Nothing worse than when you give somebody money and you see them in Miami on Instagram.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
All right, well, 800-585-1051. We're asking, when you give people money, do you expect to get it back? That is the question. Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We're asking, when you give people money, do you expect to get it back? Now, this conversation comes from Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. You want to explain, Yee?
Yes, Tiffany Haddish has owed Kevin Hart money for 13 years. She's been trying to pay him back. He wouldn't take it. Finally, she made it rain on him.
I don't expect people to pay me back when I give them money. Like, that's never my expectation. When I give, my expectation is not to get.
See, I say I'm a little different. Like, and this is a specific example. Somebody asked me to borrow money because they had a flip. I didn't know what the flip was. I just lent him the $1,000. At the time, I really didn't have it. I think all I had was $1,200 in my account. He said, I'll have it to you by Friday. And that was about 15 years ago. And I still haven't got that money back. And they still in the clubs and they still buying cars and jewelry and all that. And I still haven't got my stack back.
Have you approached him?
Yes.
The fact you think that you ever gonna get that money is crazy to me. I do know. I know a couple. I know like a lawyer I still owe money to, and I know a dude who fronted me an ounce of bad crack back in the day.
Why don't you pay them?
I don't.
Pay them people.
I would pay. You know what?
You should pay the lawyer back.
I would definitely pay the lawyer back, but he never invoiced me or nothing like that. I always wonder about that. I'm serious.
Well, how much was it?
It's your fault.
I always wonder about. Like, I know I still owe this man some money.
How much was it?
You like 10 racks.
Man, I'm not gonna lie.
You stupid for bringing it up.
I hate owing people money. If there's anything that looms over me, if I owe somebody some money, I will find them to pay them back the money that I owe them. I actually hate having a mortgage on my house.
I do wonder about that lawyer because it's not on my credit.
What's his name?
I'm not saying. It's not on my. I talk too much. That's my problem.
Where is the
credit.
lawyer that's owed $10,000 plus interest? Let's collect.
It's not on my credit or nothing, so I always wonder about
Is he still alive?
I don't know about that.
Is he still practicing law?
I have no idea.
Let's Google him.
Nope.
My goodness. So let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jamal from Derry.
When you give people money, do you expect to get it back, bro?
Well, I say it depends on how much I'm giving out. If it's like less than 50, I might not be, on your ass about it. But if you come to me and you're like, oh, yeah, man, I need like $200, this and that, then, yeah, I'm going to need that back.
All right, it depends on the amount of money.
Like, when do you need it back? Like, what type of time frame?
Like a month, 2 months,
Yeah, give me my money back. Shoot, yeah, I'm going to need that back.
Why are we talking? I'm thinking about somebody that owes me money right now.
Who owes you money?
Nah, somebody I lent money so that they could pay their rent. And this was like 2 years ago.
The crazy
I
thing
need
is,
that money back.
what makes you think they're going to be able to pay you back?
Because I see on the gram, it looks like they should be able to.
See what I'm saying?
See?
That's what they get.
See? And what you said earlier, Charlamagne, like, if I need money, I can't get it from you because you still owe me money. So just give me my money back, or I'm not going to lend you money ever.
Money?
No, not Charlamagne.
Oh.
See, that's why sometimes you just got to cut certain people off. you just need a better crop of friends. Okay.
You be like, for $100, I don't got to talk to you no more. Here you go.
Hello, who's this?
This is Devin. I don't expect it back personally, and another thing I don't do is let everybody know that I gave someone money. I think that's not classy at all.
You tell everybody, I don't lend him some money.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to put people out there like that because if I'm going to loan it, out, then I had it to loan, so I don't expect it back.
See, you got to do that sometimes though, because this same person that borrowed a stack from me, we're in a group chat with a bunch of my friends, and I tell me I lent so and so money, and everybody in the group chat was like, "Yo, I lent them a stack too. Yo, I lent them $500. I lent them a stack." So that's what he does.
Scheme to me.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah, and
sounds like you're at the bottom of the pyramid.
All right, thank you, brother. Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
What's the moral of the story, bro?
For me, man, it's never give with the expectation to get.
The moral of the story for me is, can I borrow money from both of you?
No.
It's time to shoot your shot. With the Breakfast Club. This is your one chance. Don't mess it up.
We got Keith on the line. Keith, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
What's up, bro? Now, it's shoot your shot. Who you want to shoot your shot with, Keith?
So I want to shoot a shot with my manager or boss, Veronica, at the barbershop.
Okay, you work at a barbershop, and she's your... Well, she owns the shop, or she's just your boss?
She's the manager.
Yeah. She's the manager. Yeah, maybe in charge.
Okay, well, tell us about her.
Man, she has this fiery personality. Like, she's on top of the fact that she's fine, but she's just doesn't take any BS for anybody. She's very assertive, and that's just like the kind of woman I like. Is someone that like knows what they want and they just go after it.
I'm not gonna lie, this generation is very different from my generation because y'all like women because of their personalities. This is amazing.
Well, it's also his boss.
What you mean?
She's fine.
But this could go left because that is your boss. Like, it could be awkward.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like the chemistry is there. I
It's
feel
a
like
vibe.
She's feeling the same way I am. Yeah.
Like, what has she done to indicate that she's interested?
Like, I feel like we're flirting all the time. Like, when you flirt with a girl and they still giggle and they, like, play with her hair and all, like, the signs of, like, that they're interested. So, like, it's just a bunch of red flags like that. I'm like, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we should see what happens when he shoots his shot. You want to call her?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
You sound very bored. Like, it doesn't seem like she's going to give you any shot.
I'm not even interested, to be honest with you.
Well, we're going to be quiet, and we need you to be hype.
You might need more than that.
We need you to show your little personality.
Dial up, Keith.
Hello? Hey, this is Keith. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I see you at work all the time, and I notice that you kind of look at me sometimes, and you're smiling, and I'm smiling back. And I just want to be straight up with you and say I'm feeling you, and I feel like we should hang sometime. We should kick it sometime.
Oh, no. Like,
hello?
Wait, what? Hello? Wait, what is this?
Boo! Somebody call Tyrese. Tyrese needs to intervene.
Oh, stop.
Boo!
Here's the thing, y'all.
What do you want from him?
Y'all kick it at work every day.
Jesus Christ. Hi, this is Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee and DJ Envy with the Breakfast Club. How are you this morning?
Okay, hey.
Now, please, tell us why you blocked his shot so incredibly just now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Why'd you send it 3 rows back into the stands, boo?
I mean, first of all, I run a business, and I'm smiling at people because I got good customer service.
Okay.
And I like to foster a nice working environment. So
Don't mistake my professionalism for me wanting to sleep with you.
I'm not flirting with you. I'm not flirting if I'm just, oh my God.
You know what's so crazy? Male entitlement is so crazy because if you were a man and you were smiling at him, he would never think that you liked him.
Well.
Right. I don't even know.
You trying to get him fired, Charlamagne?
Yes,
I can tell.
So is it?
I think that
So
you
is that
should
a
really
no,
think.
then?
Yes and no. She said no.
yeah.
And oh, don't you understand? No. No means no.
She said no.
This is why we got the problem that, I mean, like, first of all, I'm your boss. So, I mean, you seen everything that's been going on in the news right now. I mean, I ain't Harvey Weinstein. If you see what they doing to him.
You don't have
and
to
I'm a
explain
black woman.
anything, boo. You don't have to explain
I mean,
nothing. And you told him no, and he still kept going.
I don't even know how I'm gonna get. Like, I'm so stunned right now. Like, I don't know how we supposed to get past this. Like, how are we supposed to work together if you think every time I look at you,
So
I'm
you
flirting
think that
or
he
I'm
can't
giving
work there
you
anymore
signals?
now?
Hell no, he can't work there no more.
Oh,
wow.
No, you gotta go.
Damn.
Like, I can't have this in my place of business.
But you
I ain't trying to get no lawsuits.
You can't fire him over the phone, though, right?
Oh, I can.
I mean,
I'm pretty much telling him he need to come pick up his like that's what he need to do today.
Wow.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I witnessed sexual harassment this morning from him. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Now let me ask you this: if he's not working there anymore, then can you date him?
No, because I'm not interested.
Just asking.
No. Mm-mm.
Wow. Sorry, bro. You ain't even saying nothing. You just quiet.
Hey, yo, my G.
Dang.
Yo, my G.
I just can't.
Can I tell you something?
I can't believe that.
Maybe you can come up here and give Charlamagne and Envy a lineup.
I'll pass.
Can I tell you something, bro?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Have a good one, though, bro.
Wow, I can't believe this has happened.
Yes, you can.
Right, well,
don't act like you don't.
Well,
can't
we have
believe
jobs.
this.
We gotta go.
You had to know that was an option that was on the table, that she could say no and fire your black ass.
All right. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we're going to talk to the ladies from the new book for colored girls who have considered politics. All right. Donna Brazile, Yolanda Caraway, Leah Daughtry, and Mignon Moore. All right. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building. I don't want to mess up your name, so I'm going to try to say it as correct as possible. Donna Brazile.
Well.
All right. Yolanda Caraway. Leah Daughtry.
I'm here.
All right. And Mignon Moore.
That's it.
Mignon Moore.
She had it right.
She had it right. Welcome, ladies.
Go for it. Thank you.
You have a new book for colored girls who have considered politics.
This was great because for me, it gave me a lot of historical context on how a lot of things happened that we don't even consider.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think about, like, how did Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday become a national holiday?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and how difficult it is working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Now, how did you guys get together? How did you guys all meet? Because you're from so many different places.
Well, Donna and I were the first to meet back in the early 80s, and I was working on the Hill for a congresswoman. She was congresswoman then, became a senator later, Barbara Mikulski. And I was the legislative correspondent, and I had a little cubicle, a little lowly job. I know Mignon tells me not to say it was a lowly job.
Because she was a correspondent. She was communicating with the people, constituents.
Yes.
It wasn't lowly. I get excited about that.
Anyways, me and my little lowly job was sitting in my cubicle, and somebody came into me and asked me if I would meet with her. There was a young lady that wanted to talk about something, and she thought I might be interested in meeting with her. Well, I couldn't figure out why they were asking me to meet with anybody. You know, who was I? But anyways, I got up and I went outside. The place was so small, I couldn't even meet in my space. So I went outside the front door, and I was so happy to see a sister because I had seen so few of them since I'd been there. And, you know, we became lifelong friends. She was advocating for the holiday.
Right.
And she wanted the congresswoman to sign on. So, and I was so happy when we did a staff meeting because I actually had something to report and something to ask her to do.
Gotcha.
So it was kind of a deliverable for me.
And how'd you meet everybody else?
Mignon I met in probably 80. Well, when I would work for Reverend Jackson in 85, I think it was. And Leah came to work for me when I was working for Ron Brown, and we were doing site selection for the 92 convention.
Now, you know, with politics, a lot of people are scared to get into politics because they feel like it's a big lie. They feel like it's, you know, it never helps our community. You know, what do you say for especially the young black and brown women that you know, are thinking about it or are not even thinking about it? You know, why is it important to get into politics?
You know, well, the good news is, as we've been on this tour, we have seen more young people engaged than almost any sector. And they come up, they ask very thoughtful questions. And I think what we've tried to do is demystify the process, because none of us got involved in politics at the highest levels. We either started in our community, we started wanting to make a change. And so what we try to tell people is you got to look at very basic things about politics. It controls your life. It controls how we want to reform criminal justice. It controls the jury. It controls the Supreme Court justice. It controls the type of legislators you elect. It controls the type of presidents we get. And one vote can make a difference. And while you are not seeing it every day in your pocket, you can see it in your pocket if you hold your electeds accountable. What we tend to do, especially young people and brown and black people, we elect them, we go all out for them, we're all on the radio, we're all screaming, go, 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 and then it's over.
We fall back.
And so it's important that we don't run away from politics just because politicians may not always agree with us or even look like us. But the reason why we need more people of color in politics is because we're underrepresented, and our voices are not at the table. If you're not at the table when decisions are being made, then
you're probably on the menu.
You're on the menu.
You're definitely on the menu.
And that's a theme throughout the whole book. You guys talk about how important it is to have a seat at the table in these conversations. Now, one thing that stuck out to me was working for Jesse Jackson, right, when he was running for president. How important it is to sometimes winning doesn't mean that you win and you become the president. There's a lot of wins that come along with that as well. So what are some things that you guys learned working on that campaign, and what are some of the wins that you got from Jesse Jackson running for president?
Well, I mean, so many, but you're right. Reverend Jackson's campaign really helped us understand that there are many ways to win. So when we started, it was we're going to win the presidency, we're going to the White House. But along the way, I think we understood and we learned that winning has many definitions. And so what came out of the campaign is we got into rooms we didn't even know existed. We got to learn a process that's been going on all around us every day that we just didn't know anything about. And he took us into those rooms, hundreds of us who got trained on the Jackson campaigns, who are now running campaigns, who are in elected office, who are in their communities making a difference because of what they learned on the campaign. Registered hundreds of thousands of people to vote that then got to by the end of the Jackson era, every major city in America had a black mayor. Every major city in America had a black mayor. And
congressional members.
New congressional members. Maxine Waters came to Congress as a result of the Jackson era. And so many more. When I first went to work on the Hill, there were only 18 members of the Congressional Black Caucus. Now there are 50 some odd members of the Black Caucus. He changed the party rules so that the way that we elect presidents is different because of his demands. And
for this generation, it's very important to understand the reason why President Obama and Hillary Clinton were able to even get the nomination is because Reverend Jackson had the rules changed. It was, you know, the Republicans had this system winner take all.
And they still have that, right?
Yes, absolutely. And we had proportional representation, because if we had winner take all, we would never even get through the pipeline.
So to break that down, so if you have a state like Michigan, under the Republican rules, if you win the most delegates, if you win the most, let's say you win 51% of the vote, and under Republican system, you get all the delegates. Doesn't matter. Under our system, because of Reverend Jackson's demands, if you win 40% of the vote, you get 40% of the delegates. So it's a proportional thing, which allows other candidates to be involved and to stay in the race longer, because it's a true reflection of how people voted.
All right, we have more with the authors for Colored Girls Who Have Considered Politics. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we have Donna Brazile, Yolanda Caraway, Leah Daughtry, and Mignon Moore in the building. They are political strategists and pundits. They have a new book for Colored Girls Who Have Considered Politics. Are we ready for the first black African American president? Are we ready for that female, I should say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you know, to me, I think you asked one of the most important questions that we have to answer as a country, because I have seen how they tear women down in this country. I have seen it up
You've seen
close.
it with Hillary Clinton, correct?
But I've seen it with Nancy Pelosi. I've seen it with Maxine Waters.
Right,
Yes.
right,
The
Waters.
bigger they are, the more threatening they become.
Absolutely.
So we need voices like yours to say, hey, listen, these women have earned their seat at the table. And until we do that, until men, until women, all of us collectively say that, I personally don't think that we will get there unless we do the same thing we did for President Obama.
I feel like we wait too long to start.
That's
like,
right.
why? How come we're not starting now? You know, because right now we don't even know who's running in the next election as far as Democrats are concerned.
Well, we need to stop focusing on personalities and start focusing on an agenda. What we lack sometimes is the ability to understand what is bigger than the person who is running for office. And when I saw Hillary Clinton rise up and speak about all of the great issues of our time, whether it was climate change, because we're all suffering as a result of climate change. We might not know it. Here's the point I'm making. We need to understand we should have a country where there's a living wage. The minimum wage is unacceptable. $7.25. You go and you can't get a dozen of eggs and a loaf of bread for less than $6.50.
You're right.
All right, and don't talk about the cost of gasoline if you got to buy gas on the way to get yourself some food. So we need to have a living wage. We need to also reform our criminal justice system. We just authorized in Congress billions of dollars for the opioid crisis. We want to make sure anybody who is addicted to opioids get help and treatment. But 20 years ago, with the crack cocaine epidemic, we incarcerated those individuals. We never looked at drug addiction as something that could be treated. And now we have millions of people incarcerated with nonviolent crimes because they simply came at the wrong time.
Still in jail.
Right.
And so the reason why we're strong advocates for political activism and advocacy is because we know it impacts our community, it impacts our lives and our livelihoods. And if we don't take a strong position, and yes, black women have never been afraid to speak up, stand up, and shout out to the rooftop. But we need brothers, sisters, and everybody in between to come and stand with us so that we can fight for justice and equality for everyone.
But I want to actually get back to your real question about why we're taking so long to get to where we have to go, and especially for 2020. I think part of the process probably bore itself out of 216. First of all, they thought Hillary somehow stole the nomination when in fact she won the nomination. Overwhelmingly with pledged delegates. But I think it's important, especially for the young people that are listening, it gives them a bird's eye view right now of who's out here talking, whether it's Kamala, whether it's Cory Booker, whether it's Montana guy. It's about 20 of them right now. And they need to really watch this process and watch it unfold and be a part of it. If they are active about somebody and they like somebody, then that's how you get your candidate forward. You got to get in the game and say, hey, listen, I am riding this horse. And sometimes you got to be courageous and say, I'm riding with Cory, I'm riding or dying with Kamala, whoever you're choosing. Get on that wagon, because many of us hitch to wagons very early. We just do. You make that decision. It's a choice. And so I think it gives people enough time to really start looking at these candidates. But I kind of agree with you, because I feel like when you have an incumbent and they have as much money as this guy we have in the White House, we have to really figure out how we're going to have a nominee that can compete. But it's still early, but we still need.
Because even with Bernie, like you look at the people that were riding with Bernie. They were riding with Bernie so much they hated Hillary. So when Hillary won,
and they made people hate Hillary as well.
Like, when Hillary won, it was like, well, I'm not messing with Hillary. But all it did was put Trump in office.
Because you lose sight of the goal.
And
the goal is to, for us, we're Democrats, was to elect a Democrat. But for others, whether you're Democrat or not, is to defeat Trump. And so we got so focused on the cult of personality that we forgot what the big prize was. And as we say, let's not major in the minors. And that's what 2016 and the end boiled down to, where people were majoring in the minors and forgetting what the real issue was with this guy is unqualified to be the president of the United States.
Do you think that whole process needs to change in in the future with the Electoral College?
Oh,
God,
definitely.
yeah.
The Electoral College is a remnant of slavery and our checkered past as a democracy. And we need to update all of our election laws, including the Electoral College, to better represent the people that we serve. I want to say something because I think it's important to acknowledge that Bernie Sanders was one of the few white politicians back in the 1980s that embraced and supported the Rainbow Coalition and Jesse Jackson. And I think he has been a tremendous force for change throughout his career. However, he is not a registered Democrat. He caucused with the Democratic Party in the United States Senate, and he ran as a Democrat for president of the United States. I think it's important
and then he went back to being an independent.
And he went back to being he went back to being an independent. I believe it's important that we embrace people who walk into the room and bring about the necessary change, but we also have to define our own terms. We're Democrats. We're lifelong Democrats. We're committed Democrats, and we're committed to enabling independents and non-affiliated individuals to be involved in our party, but they need to help us build a more progressive party that can fight the Republicans and not just leave the room once their candidate disappeared from the room. Right. So that's my position on Bernie.
I also want to say, because, you know, we're Democrats, but that doesn't mean I love everything the Democratic Party does, or that I love everything the Democratic Party stands for. I got issues on some things, but again, let me keep my eye on the prize. What we got on this, what I believe in, is the values of the party.
All right, we have more with the authors of Colored Girls Who Have Considered Politics when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we have Donna Brazile, Yolanda Caraway, Leah Daughtry, and Mignon Moore in the building. They are political strategists and pundits. They have a new book for colored girls who have considered politics. What are your thoughts on black Republicans then? What do you think of black Republicans?
I have a lot of friends who are black Republicans.
What do you think?
And a lot of them have been Republican since, their families have been Republican since slavery. They just never changed.
Historically, that is where black voters landed after the end of slavery, after the 15th Amendment. Black men, especially, who had the right to vote during that time. But
then they switched after FDR and the New Deal. Right. We all went over to the most
John
of
F.
us.
Kennedy.
And look, I think they have their own set of principles and values. A lot of them is just family loyalty for the party. Some of them are very economically conservative, socially conservative, and so, you know, they're pro-life, and so they want to rock with them. For them, the argument we always have is that your only issue? If your only issue is around pro-life, then let me see you be pro-life after the baby is born. And so policies that, you know, enhance people's lives. But look, they've got their principles. But I will say, almost 2-1, they disagree with this president. They didn't vote for this president, and they have real problems with his qualifications and with his stances on a variety of issues. So, but for them, it is not party over country. It's country over party. So they're willing to part ways with the party because of this man that's in office.
What about people who don't vote and say that they don't want to vote? Because in the book you do detail what we went through to be able to vote. So what do you say to people who are like, well, I'm not voting because I don't like any of the candidates, and it doesn't mean anything because the person I voted for didn't win?
If it didn't mean anything, they wouldn't be trying so hard not to let you vote.
That's right.
There's value in your vote, and if your vote was of no value, they wouldn't be trying all this voter suppression stuff that we've seen over these last two races. It's just, you know, it's an okie doke.
And young people, they love to say we woke. Okay, then wake up to the fact that that is the most powerful instrument you have in your hands. And if you use it, you will understand how powerful you are. Don't think that saying I don't want to vote because I don't like somebody or they're not doing anything for me makes you powerful. It makes you weak, because that's what they want you to think mentally.
They want to keep us down.
The thing that I love about these young people, they are strong in mind, they are committed in mind, but the one thing they reject is their own right to their power.
Right.
If they take that vote away from you, then you almost have nothing, because this whole country is built on your right to vote.
You cannot. What are you going to do?
Absolutely.
Are you going to let somebody else run your life, make decisions for you? In 14 years, you're going to be the majority of voters, the majority of the electorate. Millennials are already the majority of the electorate. I'm looking at one right now. You are the power. You're the future. And if you vote, then you win. And you don't have to deal with a Trump or Trumpism ever again in America. Get up and vote.
That's right.
And then you know what? You can tell Trump you're fired.
That's right.
And let me ask you guys a question now. Sure. Now, for people out there that don't know much about politics, just trying to get into it, just read whatever they read on the paper or what they hear on the Breakfast Club, for the next election, presidential, who should they be looking at?
We have so many people. You mentioned Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, Deval Patrick, Eric Holder. That's just the black ones.
Yeah.
We start mentioning the women.
And the Hispanic.
And the Hispanics.
We're loving it.
And then as Yolanda would say, the old white men and the young white men.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have a lot.
We got Beto out here now.
Now Beto says he might run.
Yeah. But you know what? We need to listen to everybody, hear their songs. See if we enjoy their lyrics and the melody. And if we don't, guess what? Let's go back to the channels we know. Let's go back to the music we know. But we need to at least hear from them. We need to hear from everybody. Just remember that the people who make the decisions on whether or not you get help and whether or not you get aid and you can rebuild your lives, that's the government.
Right. And remember what the president tweeted when those incidents happened as well.
That's right. Couldn't get aid to Puerto Rico because it's surrounded by water.
Blaming people in California for their own wildfires.
Told them that they need to go out and rake. Rake.
Please. Rake the forest floor.
Rake the leaves. He ain't raked a damn thing in his life. Don't get me started.
No, wait, working on campaigns, right? Now, Michelle Obama has said, when they go low, we go high. But sometimes that doesn't work out. And you guys have all worked on campaigns where there's a lot of mudslinging going on.
Why are you laughing over there? She said, why are you laughing over there?
I'm not going to say who, but someone even got fired for...
What's wrong with that?
She ain't never quiet on her firings.
Listen, when you know you could fight dirty if you want to,
do
you think that there's ever a time for that?
Yeah.
She said, I like to fight dirty.
You know, I don't call it fighting dirty. I think that when you're working on a campaign, you have to fight. You know, the voters have a right to know.
Yes.
Information about candidates.
Right.
And so these days, everything's an open book. People post everything on social media. And if you are my opposition, then I think people ought to be able to understand what you said, when you said it, and the context in which you said it. And so I might feel that I'm helping the voters by putting out information that will help them make a sound decision. Sometimes, listen, you can put it out yourself, I can put it out for you.
Right.
So I don't see it as fighting dirty. I think when it gets to character assassination, when you involving people's children, that's where I draw a line.
But you know what did wrinkle me, and it wrinkled me again, and when I saw it in 2008, wrinkles me when I saw it in 2016. When you have openly racist content, I mean, look at the down in Mississippi. I mean, now we're normalizing hanging.
Right.
Yeah, Are we now normalizing all of this stuff?
Right.
We're normalizing hate and hate speech in our country.
Absolutely.
And I've always spoken out against it. And yes, there are times when I'm controversial and it has caused me an early dismissal. It's like going to church, you get your communion, you go home. Because the wine you had wasn't enough, you want more. So I got an early termination. But it never stopped me from caring about my community and fighting for my country. And yes, sometimes that's the price you pay in politics.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us, and you guys can pick up the book right now. For colored girls who have considered politics, and I appreciate this book. I have 3 young black girls, and I like to see them think outside the box. That's why I was so big on my oldest meeting, Hillary. And I'm so big on her thinking outside of just normal things. That's you can be whatever you want, and Barack Obama being president proved that. Because as a kid, I was not thinking about being a president, but my son can.
That's right. That's right.
But thank you guys for joining us.
And
we appreciate
thank you, and thank you for all your great work.
Thank you. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkeys of the Day, ask Charlemagne.
I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed blessing.
So like a donkey. Yeehaw. Okay. Donkey of the Day. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Malvo from New Jersey.
What's up, bro? Who you want to give Donkey to?
I want to give Donkey to Charlemagne the God.
Okay.
For saying he will suck off Tekashi if he gets beat his case.
Well, what if he meant it? Why is that a donkey?
What?
I mean, what if he's going to do that? Why is that you got to explain why.
Why Why you would actually do something like that?
Yeah.
Well, he gets down like that. I didn't know he gets down.
No,
like
man,
that.
he was being sarcastic, man. He said he was being sarcastic.
man,
He was saying that he
Listen,
knows
man,
not going to be true. He's
All
being
I know
sarcastic.
is that if Tekashi gets off, it's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation for who? For Tekashi or Charlamagne the God?
Both of them. That's why it's a win-win.
It was sarcastic, all right?
Man.
He didn't mean it.
Listen, man, I'm Haitian. I'm from the Caribbean, man. I don't know. I thought we can't be sarcastic with like that.
He was sarcastic, man. It's sac passe.
Not bullet. You know, Charlamagne. I don't know, man. Charlamagne, he kind of sucks. You never know.
It was sarcastic, man. Leave him alone.
It was sarcastic.
Jonathan.
What's that?
What's up, man? Who you want to give donkey to?
My baby mama.
What your baby mama do, bro?
She keeping me on child support after she left me with my child for my child's 10. She left 5 years from my child, and she's still keeping me on child support like I don't take care of my child.
Do you have the child?
Support money.
Do you have the child?
Yes, I had a full custody.
So why didn't you go to court 5 years ago?
Yeah, you need to go to court.
Oh, trust me, I've been fighting for that for the longest. You get tired going to court after you then ran the court so many times, and they still not doing nothing for you. They keep saying, "Oh, she has to be the one to come and get you off," and it's like, okay, she's not coming. She wants the money, so hey, no one's helping me in this situation. So I think she deserved donkey of the day for after 10 years still keeping me on child support after she was gone for 5 of those years.
How much do you have to pay? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's cheap, but I still feel I shouldn't pay it because when she threw me
But how much is cheap?
I'm supposed to pay $100 a month. But hey, I'm sorry.
You want somebody, you know what? Money's money. You right.
But money's money. Like, if I take care of my child, I feel I shouldn't even have to pay child support. When my child made one, she threw me on child support. She moved to another state, and my child always stayed with me. And I've been on child support ever since.
That's your $100.
I'm not gonna lie, $100 a month.
But that's his $100. That's his $100, man.
I don't know if I would really want to fight that. Just pay. It probably costs more to try to fight paying
It probably
that.
does cost more to fight
I think
that.
you should just pay the $100 a month.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hey, you sound mad. Who you want to give donkey to?
To all these tired-ass, trifling-ass mamas,
Uh-oh.
busted-ass dudes that touch their daughters and choose them over their daughters. They ass need to burn in hell.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Enough said.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to pray?
I'm sorry. Well, that prayer is what has kept me from putting a bullet in both of their asses. So, you know, I'm praying about it. I'm praying about it.
All right. Well, let's pray right now. Let's pray. I'm gonna help you pray. All right. Heavenly Father, what's your name, Mama?
I don't want to put that out there because I don't want to put.
All right. All right.
She's like, I'm not that much better.
Heavenly Father, please give this woman that's on the line the strength not to put a bullet in nobody's ass. Heavenly Father, please give her the strength not to stab nobody, not to hurt nobody, and to help her with healing. Amen.
All right.
That was a terrible prayer.
I don't know the lady.
You're
I'm just
clearly not a pastor.
I'm sorry. Well, Mama, you be strong, all right?
Oh, trust me, I am.
And don't put no bullet in nobody's ass.
I'm going to make sure I make it through the holidays.
Boy, but January 1st it might be on.
The holidays are almost here. Baby steps.
All right. Well, that was Donkey of the Day. Now, when we come back, Lil Baby stopped through. We're going to kick it with Lil Baby, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Lil Baby.
What's that? I'm back again.
You back again, man. You take a rap serious, man. You got enough hits on the board now.
Yes. I'm taking
100% serious.
I'm pretty serious.
So what happened at Powerhouse, man? People were waiting for you, and you didn't show.
Starting with that.
Nah, for real though, honestly. Like I tried to get here, something happened at the airport in Atlanta. But even at the airport, like I was trying to pay people like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 and let me scan their boarding pass to get here. I waited on a private plane for like 2 hours. I couldn't make it, but I tried though.
Wait, you offer people that much money? I'd have let you scan my boarding
It
pass.
seemed like everybody
Have a
had to
good
go.
time.
Like everybody had to go to work though. Like everybody was coming to New York on the flight.
Damn.
Like nobody didn't take it. Like one person was about to take it, and we got to the thing. He's like, man, I can't do it.
They were people that really came because they really just wanted to see Lil Baby too. So it was. You'll make it up to us though, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make it up. I'm definitely gonna make it up.
Now, Lil
I
Baby,
hate that happen. That was my first time ever missing the show too.
One of the biggest ones in New York.
Biggest one ever. I ain't never missed the show.
That's the wrong one to miss.
Exactly. Never had missed
I love that you come and check in with us though, like every few months, because we got you up here when you first started, then you came and checked in again, and now you're back, and so much has happened. It's incredible. Like I think if we just put all those interviews back to back to back and just see like the quick progress that you've had.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, you made me a little scared. We've been seeing each other off and on for the college tours, and you look 100% better. But I seen you one day. We was at Howard Homecoming, and you had 4 shows that day.
I was sick as a. See, that's what I'm telling you. That was the powerhouse.
So bad, I'm like, something got to be wrong.
That was the powerhouse the next day.
Mm-hmm. That powerhouse was the next day.
I was going through it that week.
Emmy was like, I think he's tired.
That's what I said. I said, I think he's sick. I was like, yo, he was really like, usually, baby, he got the energy. If you see him perform, he got a lot of energy. It wasn't no energy. It looked like it was.
Then it was outside. I was already sick. It was outside. I really didn't even want to do it. I just went on and did it.
Are you taking care of yourself now? And cause you look fine now.
Yeah, like definitely. That week I had a bad week. I think that was like as soon as the weather was changing. I kind of like always get sick when the weather changes. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight now though.
And it's hard to say no when you got all them bags to pick up too.
He did 4 shows that day.
Yeah, definitely. Should have missed one so I could have made the powerhouse the next day.
Right, because you see, Tekashi showed up and he missed his show that he was supposed to be at Howard. He actually came to Powerhouse instead. Didn't make it there.
I seen something like that, exactly.
Mm-hmm. But let's talk about the new album, Street Gossip.
Why so fast, man? We just starting to, people are really starting to love the last one. Like the records are just catching and catching.
That's what I was saying too. But this mixtape really, like this album, like more some street stuff. Like I really don't even probably have no like commercial songs on it. Like really like some stuff for the streets. Mm-hmm. So my other 2, I don't think it'll drown out like the other records I just dropped.
You really think that your records are, or I wouldn't say commercial, like those records are street records that just people love?
He got some love songs too.
Like the Drake record is a street record.
Yeah, like all my records street records.
The one with Gunna, the one with Gunna and Thug is street records.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
They know.
I might be talking about. I don't know. You right though. That's a good point though. Definitely.
Because you don't make a street record like a quote unquote commercial type of record. They all hood records that just happen to go that
way. Exactly. Now, hopefully 2 or 3 of these go that way too. But I don't know. This is what happened. So I already been scheduled to drop an album November 30th for the longest. But me and Gunna project was something that just came out the blue. Like they approved that we could drop it. So he went on and dropped it. But I had already been on the calendar for November 30th for a long time.
Gotcha.
So that's how I end up like dropping like.
You want to push it back, or the label was like, "Now we got to get it out. We on the schedule. We got to put it out."
I think it's like the last quarter.
4th quarter.
It's a big quarter.
Something like that. So like they want to put it out.
Make that money.
Exactly.
When did you decide to? We see it all the time where it's like the streets in the industry. When did you decide? You know what? I'm 100% gonna leave the streets alone because this is where it is.
Maybe a few months ago.
What was the situation? What was the reason?
Like 2 reasons. I started to like see myself. I make more money than I make in the streets. Like it don't even add up the same. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like that outweigh. Then number 2, like the risk, the people I'm around, like everything, the whole lifestyle, like being able to lose that because you're straddling the fence in the streets a little bit, like it ain't worth it at all. But at first, it might not be where it wasn't really worth it to me. I couldn't really see that. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I can see it like all the way. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. You seem like somebody that could help out a lot of upcoming artists too, just because you just went through all of this. So I'm sure you could give great advice to people as well.
I be trying to give people advice, but then again, like my advice really don't work because I can't even tell them like do this or do that, or I ain't even got no strategy for it.
But you didn't even see it happening for you, as far as learning how to invest in yourself and realizing that it might not be a lot of money at first.
Yeah, I can explain all that, like them type of stuff. I do try to give them game like that, like it ain't what it seems. Definitely, especially at first, like it ain't all what it seems. Even you could be hot and you still won't be getting the money. Like it's a lot of stuff that I thought like just from the eye before I got into the business that I learned now.
Like what?
Like everything really. Like on the outside looking in, you just think like rap, get money, get shows, but be like the processes, the contrast, the this, like you miss a show and this can happen, and like I'm learning all the ins and outs of music, like not just like rapping or doing a show or what I'm saying, dropping the album. Like it's a whole lot more that go with it. Like you know what I'm saying.
Do you ever have to worry about prior stuff that you've done in the street or problems you had now, because now you're so accessible now?
Right. So like now, it's kind of scary because you don't know who, and then it's like people always come at you. Like it could be a fan, they come aggressively, like so it's kind of like I'm always on my P's and Q's every time I'm out. Like I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Like I keep going. I ain't never really just chilling out. I'm always watching people, cars, like all type of stuff. Not even just in the sense of like I did something to somebody or something previous, just like I know I'm a target.
Right.
But that go with it too though. Like other previous people just hate the reason being I got what I got going on. But I only feel like that in Atlanta, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of town.
Because you get an aggressive fan, you be like, is he being aggressive because he's a fan or?
Yeah, you got them kind. Yeah, you don't know the difference.
All right, we got more with Lil Baby when we come back. Matter of fact, let's get on them little mini mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Cook that up, Quay. Baby.
At DJ Envy, Lil Baby mini mix. Let's go. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lil Baby is here. Yee.
What about women? Like, for you being in a relationship, do you sometimes feel like women might be trying to set you up, even if it's just a picture or anything?
Nah, because even if it worked, like even if I feel like a girl trying to take like a picture and she like too close or something, I don't really care, like, because that's the farthest gonna get the picture anyway, so it don't really matter.
What's the rules for like the people around you having girls around and stuff? Like, say they bring them on the tour bus or whatever.
I don't really got no rules, because I kind of stay in my own lane. Like, when I walk through they set of girls or whatever, then disappear. You know what I'm saying? Girls can't have their phone and stuff like that, but for the most part, I don't really care. The bros, they could do whatever they want to do.
Now, are you nervous about social media? Do you meet people on social media? You see what happened with Bobby Valentino and with Dwight Howard?
Hell nah, like, hell nah, I ain't really. And like some of these girls, I be like, too much like surgery and stuff. Like, I be skeptical. But like them situations, the way them people look, like them look like men to me. You know what I'm saying? I too tough won't get caught up in like catfish internet. Like, I ain't really going.
Plus, you're not responding to that anyway.
Yeah, them type things. I don't even think.
I mean, girls, you don't respond to girls in DMs, do you?
Yeah, no, not. I don't even think I would see no like that. Something like that. I don't think they met them on the internet though. That was some more. You know what I'm saying?
Now, we seen Drake with the quality control chain, and people are saying there might be a situation going down. Is he joining the family?
No, I think bro just bought him there on the screen, like, on some cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that.
Do you ever get? Because you don't seem like you ever get excited about anything. Do you ever get excited about meeting anybody, like another artist?
Excited.
I can't imagine what that would be like. But do you ever get excited, like, damn, I'm working with this person? Like, has it ever crossed your mind?
Not really. Nah, not really. Not like excited. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not real. Like, damn, I can't believe I'm in the studio with.
Like all of this, like everything I do, kinda. I already like that, so nothing ain't surprising to me no more. Like the fact that I'm a rapper and I'm actually moving, and I'm actually getting paid. People actually, all this is like surprising to me. Like everything. Like, I'm back at Breakfast Club again. It's gonna be on YouTube. This be like everything like new to me still. So it's like not one just thing could have me like surprised or like stuck. Like I'm still grasping it all, honestly.
Is there any like music that you listen to that we'd be surprised at, like some pop music or? So, like, what do you listen to outside of hip hop? Name some people or some artists that you like outside of hip hop.
I ain't gonna lie, that's all I listen to, hip hop. Like,
he don't take me for listening to Vanessa
You never know.
Carlton
He might be like, I like this.
Grande.
You might like a Katy Perry song or something.
I don't think he works out the Katy Perry. I
didn't say work out, but you know how sometimes you might hear a song that's a popular pop song and you like.
Okay, I like that song. Yeah,
kind of popping.
Do you see Lil Baby saying? Do you see that happening?
He might like a Taylor Swift song. I don't know.
Nah, I don't see that. Nah.
Now with the holidays coming up, are you doing anything like vacation wise? Because you need a little break.
Yeah, that's why I wanna go out of town. I think maybe in January. I told him I think I got like 2 weeks to go out of town. But versus as far as the holidays and stuff, I think I'm just chill.
You can't really like holidays for artists are like that's the time
like working.
That's when you're working. That's when kids are home from college, so you got to go do those shows, and then your family's looking at you like it's the holidays.
Yeah, you got to come through exactly. So.
Then you can take the whole family on a trip.
Now you got to work.
Yeah, I'm from one. My family they want to be at home on holidays and stuff.
So what you already getting your presents together for everybody?
No, I'm gonna do that like the week of. I just gonna knock out everything same week.
So what does your mom ask you for Christmas, if anything?
Believe it or not, my mom ain't asked me for nothing yet. Like she don't ask for nothing. Like nothing. I look out for her though a lot. You know what I'm saying? She kinda got everything. She ain't asked me for nothing yet though. Like nothing. Time.
I see you getting into the cars and stuff like Envy. I saw a while ago you got some Corvette that they said was like really hard to get. I don't know much about cars.
Exactly.
But I know Envy's very into it.
Exactly.
You saw Envy?
Nah, what vet was this?
The ZL1.
Oh, the ZL1?
Yeah. I got Z06 and I had the ZL1. I got a lot of cars though. I seen you in car show. But I ain't really know how I go or whatever.
Now, I'm gonna need, we're gonna do another one. I'm gonna need to borrow 1 or 2 of them cars for the car show.
How many cars you have already?
I got a lot of cars. I'm into cars.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you gotten into with all this money that you've been collecting?
Like I just been buying stuff lately. Like, I be watching you though. Like little properties and stuff you be buying.
You been investing in properties?
Yeah, like I haven't started to like rebuild them or nothing. I just been buying.
That's the smartest thing to do, especially with your money. Especially if you own them, you just pay the taxes on them. If you can see like with GM, all the people getting fired in GM, and people gonna start losing jobs, it's gonna be bad for people next year. You know,
recession coming.
The recession is definitely coming, and that's the best way to hold them properties. And then when it bounces back, like you and I always talk about Detroit. We bought cribs. She just paid $1,600 for a crib.
Like that.
And that crib, they just offer her like 60, 70 grand for it.
Without no work.
Without no work.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. Cause like the neighborhood where I'm at, they got this new thing called like the belt line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I heard about that.
I don't even know what it is, but it's like property value go like up.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like moving us out my neighborhood. Like houses that's like 10,000 selling for like 120. No work.
Yeah, they said it's even harder to get houses there now because
exactly everything. They got new hotels coming, casino coming, and this and that. So like, I'm just trying to buy it and sell it without doing no work to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Just hold it.
And it's important to be a part of that whole, like, people complain a lot about gentrification because there's bad things that come with it. But if you can be involved and be a part of that investing, it could be great for you.
Yeah, definitely. If you do it right way.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
He said, I'm going to be a part of it.
I'm going to go look in Atlanta now. Let's see if I get out of here. I'm going to go
You might have missed that boat.
I'm online and look at Atlanta.
Yeah, you got a little anything on the belt line.
You better talk to Lil Baby and invest your money with him.
I definitely will. Well, the Album Street Gossip, make sure you pick it up. And I'm sure they're going to be on your neck about doing a show for us because
yeah, most definitely. They need to go and put it together because I don't even want them to keep being on my neck like you missed the show.
Let's make it happen.
They're going to put the makeup show together.
All right. Well, it's Lil Baby. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yeah.
The Breakfast Club. It's time to shoot your shot. With the Breakfast Club. This is your one chance. Don't mess it up.
We got Keith on the line. Keith, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
What's up, bro? Now, it's shoot your shot. Who you want to shoot your shot with, Keith?
So I want to shoot a shot with my manager or boss, Veronica, at the barbershop.
Okay, you work at a barbershop and she's your, she owns the shop or she's just
She's
your
the
boss?
manager.
Yeah. She's manager. Yeah, maybe in charge.
Okay, well, tell us about her.
Man, she has this fiery personality. Like, she's on top of the fact that she's fine, but she's just doesn't take any BS for anybody. She's very assertive. And that's just like the kind of woman I like, is someone that like knows what they want and they just go after it.
I'm not gonna lie, this generation is very different from my generation because y'all like women because of their personalities. This is amazing.
Well, it's also his boss.
What you mean?
She's fine.
But this could go left because that is your boss. Like, could be awkward.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like the chemistry is there. I
It's
feel
a
like
vibe.
She feels the same way I am. Yeah.
Like, what has she done to indicate that she's interested?
Like, I feel like we're flirting all the time. Like, when you flirt with a girl and they giggle and they like play with their hair and all like the signs of like that they're interested. So like, it's just a bunch of red flags like that. And I'm like, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we should see what happens when he shoots his shot. You want to call her?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
You sound very bored. Like, it doesn't seem like she's going to give you
I'm
any
not even
shot.
interested, to be honest with you.
Well, we're going to be quiet, and we need you to be hyped.
You might need more than that.
We need you to show your little personality.
Dial up, Keith.
Hello?
Hey, this is Keith. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I see you at work all the time, and I notice that you kind of look at me sometimes, and you're smiling, and I'm smiling back. And I just want to be straight up with you and say I'm feeling you, and I feel like we should hang sometime. We should kick it sometime.
Oh, no. Like,
hello?
Wait, what? Hello? Wait, what is this?
Boo! Somebody call Tyrese. Tyrese needs to intervene.
Oh, stop.
Boo!
Here's the thing, y'all.
What do you want from him?
Y'all kick it at work every day.
Jesus Christ. Hi, this is Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee and DJ Envy with the Breakfast Club. How are you this morning?
Okay, hey.
Now, please, tell us why you blocked his shot so incredibly just now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Why'd you send it 3 rows back into the stands, boo?
I mean, first of all, I run a business, and I'm smiling at people because I got good customer service.
Okay.
And I like to foster
nice working environment. So
don't mistake my professionalism for me wanting to sleep with you.
I'm not flirting with you. I'm not flirting if I'm just. Oh my God.
You know what's so crazy? Male entitlement is so crazy because if you were a man and you were smiling at him, he would never think that you liked him.
Well,
right. I don't even know.
You trying to get him fired, Charlamagne?
Yes,
I can tell.
So is it?
I think that
So
you
is that
should
a
really
no,
think.
then?
Yes and no. She said no.
yeah.
And don't you understand? No. No means no.
She said no.
This is why we got the problem that, first of all, I'm your boss. So, you seen everything that's been going on in the news right now. I ain't Harvey Weinstein. You see what they doing to him.
You don't have
and
to
I'm a
explain
black woman.
anything, boo. You don't have to explain nothing. And you told him no, and he still kept going.
I don't even know how I'm gonna get. I'm so stunned right now. I don't know how we supposed to get past this. How are we supposed to work together if you think every time I look at you,
so
I'm flirting,
you think that he can't work there anymore now?
Hell no, he can't work there no more.
Oh,
wow.
No, you gotta go. I can't have this in my place of business.
But
I ain't trying to get no lawsuits.
You can't fire him over the phone, though, right?
Oh, I can. I'm pretty much telling him he need to come pick up his. That's what he need to do today.
Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you. I witnessed sexual harassment this morning from him. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Now let me ask you this: if he's not working there anymore, then can you date him?
No, because I'm not interested.
Just asking.
No.
Wow. Sorry, bro. You ain't even saying nothing. You just quiet.
Hey, yo, my G.
Dang.
Yo, my G.
I just can't.
Can I tell you something?
I can't believe that.
Maybe you can come up here and give Charlamagne and Envy your lineup.
I'll pass.
Can I tell you something, bro?
Yeah.
You're fired.
Have a good one, though, bro.
Wow, I can't believe this has happened.
Yes, you can.
Right, well,
don't act like you don't.
Well, we have jobs.
This.
We gotta go.
You had to know that was an option that was on the table, that she could say no and fire your black ass.
All right. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we're gonna talk to the ladies from the new book,
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.